Alright guys, Musky Battle 2024. Got a really nice, healthy fish. Gonna get a bump quick. Holy crap. 43 and a quarter. One last look at her. Okay, back in the water. Super nice Wisco greenie. Woo! There we go.
Well folks, welcome back to the channel. Today is October 24th and today is a special day. Today marks the first day of the 2024 Wisconsin Musky Battle. And currently I am walking the shores of Lower Buckatabon Lake. I'm on the Buckatabon chain here, upper and lower Buckatabon. The legendary Buckatabon, as some might say. And I'm standing outside the Lighthouse Pub at Buckatabon Lodge. So Buckatabon Lodge was gracious enough to partner with us on this and allow us to use some of the cabins that they have available here to house this thing. And the interesting thing about Buckatabon Lodge is, while on paper it sounds like a lodge, it's a campsite too. They have a few cabins available. They've built 3 new ones within the last few years, and they have a ton of seasonal campsites where you can drop your camper down for the full season and drive through slots too if you're just kind of looking for weekend stuff to pull your travel trailer around. So really cool place to stay. The lake looks beautiful, gives you that true Northwoods kind of feel to it, and we're super happy that they were willing to partner with us, and we thank them for that. I've been up here pretty much the full week. I got up here late Sunday night. It's currently Thursday, and today's the day that most of the other teams will be arriving, but it's been a blast all week. I've been fishing with Gus Manty from the Muskies on Tap podcast and Suggs Fishing Guide Service, and we've been out kind of exploring some new stuff, and we've been getting on a few fish here and there. And Eggenberger will have a Husky Deusa on the whole time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and he's gonna complain, and he's gonna complain, he's gonna complain. Yeah, for sure. The mids are just so much easier to work. Yeah.
October, it doesn't even matter. Opener, October, I'm going mid.
Got him. Good fish. Got her! Yeah! We did it! Hell yeah, dude!
Way to go.
Heck yeah!
Way to go.
That's her, I think.
Choked, man.
Oh,
She choked it.
yeah, she choked it pretty good. She's all tangled up. This here. Just cut it and retie. Alright. You're alright. I don't want to get a hook in my hand. Very careful here. Come on. Is that one? Yeah, it's nice having another set of hands in the boat.
Yep.
Set that in here quick. Let her sit here for a second. That was a good fish. She's right there at 42-ish probably.
Yeah, she's gonna be just, she's over 40.
Okay, all right.
Good job.
Okay, so I guess I'll start talking. So this is what I normally do. I never have any prepared remarks with stuff like this, but normally I say, okay guys, we're out here fishing. Pre-fishing the Musky Battle with Gus Manty and his dad Rich out in the boat with me today. Gus was nice enough to let me take him out and guide him around a little bit, show him the ropes up here, you know. He's trying to start a guide business and get that all kicked off and everything, so I figured I'd give them some spots and kind of show them how it's done. But in all seriousness, Gus has been putting us on fish today. We've seen fish. He's been super gracious with giving me tips and advice when I come up here and whatnot. And we got a beauty in the bag on the Sunset Jailbird Mid Medusa. Glenn gave this to me when I was up on Eagle. Cool little bait, and she crushed it up shallow. It's late October right now. We're pre-fishing the Musky battle, and honestly, we didn't really expect to find them that shallow, but we did. We're on a good stretch, so we're gonna bump this fish real quick and get back to fishing here and see if we can't get another one.
Do pick first or bump first?
I'll just pull. What I'll do is we'll get a bump, and then I'll hold her up, and you can just do a close-up on her, and then I'll have you just kind of step back a little bit to do a smile pick, and I'll just pull still off the video.
Sounds good to me.
And that'll work. Beautiful fish. Beautiful, beautiful fish. She is 41
on the nuts.
Yeah, a little smaller than I was thinking she's gonna be. She's kind of thick, so good little fish here. Beauty, crushed the Mid Medusa. A real Vilas County one, like the one I got yesterday. So this is exciting for me, and hopefully we can put another one in the bag here.
Sweet.
Smile. Okay, I'm bringing her back. Pull off that. Oh, was that my camera? Yours. All piss and vinegar.
Nice.
Heck yeah. Now I gotta get you guys a fish.
Yeah. Let's get
That's
after
what I
it.
wanted.
That's just as good for me.
That was awesome.
I love watching that shit.
We plan to fish with him today. We're gonna roll 4 deep in his boat for pre-fishing. A couple interesting twists to this year's battle. We are allowing suckers again this year, so each angler will be allowed a casting line and a sucker line. Just because this time of year, sometimes it can be just a sucker bite, and we wanna put some fish in the bag for you guys and create some awesome content and kind of highlight what this area has to offer. We have 25 people attending, so one of the bigger battles we've ever had, with 12 teams, 12 boats. And the most unique twist that we're putting on this year's battle is we are, instead of just allowing folks to pick from any lake they want, we are doing 3 families of lakes. So what that means is that each family of lakes will have a trophy water, it will have an action water, and it will have Buckatabon as a common ground. With the goal being, we will place 4 teams in each of these families, and folks will have their choice of action versus trophy. And as we all know, up here in the Northwoods, action lakes can push out giants and trophy lakes can push out smaller fish. So it'll be interesting to see how the teams kind of target this throughout this week. And part of what we'll do here tonight after pre-fishing, when everybody gets up here, is we will have dinner together, and then we will do a drawing for those lakes. So folks don't know what they're fishing, and they won't know until tonight and heading into the tournament tomorrow. So kind of an interesting twist on it. We're adding a little bit of a dramatic effect this year, but I think it'll kind of level the playing field. There's some folks that know this area really good, like Gus as an example, and it'll kind of help maybe even that playing field a little bit, give everybody a fair chance. And the goal is we want to crush fish. That's the goal of this trip, and hopefully it happens. We're kind of post turnover right now. Water temps are 52 to 54, kind of in that limbo stage. I'd like to see them in the upper 40s to really get that sucker bite going. But it started cooling off last night. We have frost on everything. It dropped down below freezing, so water temps should be dropping a little bit today, and hopefully it fires up the bite for this weekend. But anyway, let's jump into some of the pre-fishing action, and then we'll check back with you guys a little bit later when we do the lake drawing and whatnot, and kind of go over some of the rules with everybody, and hopefully we get some fish in the bag here pre-fishing and the rest of the weekend. So catch you on the next spot.
We did not see her this year. Doesn't mean she's not here though. She liked it one year, she probably would end up coming back for another reason.
Got it. There you go. There you go.
Little musky.
Yep.
Musky.
Oh, we got a picture.
Yes, sir.
Better than that shit.
Yeah, come here, buddy.
She rolled off.
Lock. Yep, I got her. Nice.
We got her. Picture for the podcast, boys! Woo!
Everyone's so happy.
Yeah! Get out of the boat! Hey! I'm Musky!
This is probably this is probably the one Dad raised yesterday.
Yeah, that's the exact same fish.
Right in the
How's morale now?
So high. So high. A 30 incher never felt so good. I didn't even catch it. That's 2 days of just struggle busting.
Well, the way you set the hook and said, God, I thought we had something there.
I need that.
Okay. He needs it.
Yep. Right here. If I actually take it out the normal way, I'll end up tearing the whole face off. So.
Daddy don't play around with hook sets.
No, God, you laid the wood on her. Damn near took her out of the water.
I thought it was my bait rolled after I set the hook. Alright, so let's do a little thing. I guess is working the fish then. Good?
Yeah.
Alright guys, we are up here at the Wisconsin Musky Battle. We are doing some pre-fishing with Musky on Tap boys Gus and Manti. We got Kyle behind the camera. We're just doing some pre-fishing on a lake that's actually not in the tournament. The tournament starts tomorrow, but we just got together and morale is high after a long morning. We finally got some cloud cover and we just hit into the minor. Max just had a really nice fish up on the ridgeway and we circled that fish and continued on, and this fish hit a regular Medusa, not very big, but we needed it. So we'll take a look at it. Gus is clearing hooks and take a look at it.
Pretty one.
All right, guys, here is the beautiful slump buster. She might not be much, but this fish means
you'll be in there.
Yeah.
this fish means a lot right now.
I think she'd register. Here, let me grab it. She'd be close.
Something.
She'd be close. Hey, smile for the. Oh,
She's ready to go. Let's go get another one.
yeah. Yep, I'll get her.
One Max?
Max, you take it. Mine's gone.
That was cool. Just got to watch me eat it.
Yeah, I did too, right as you said that.
Okay.
Whatever you want, baby.
That sucks. That sucks.
Is this what the people want to see right here?
Pure heartbreak. I've only waited days for that.
Do you think the back played into it at all? The back injury? Or?
No, it's just, I don't know.
Is it playing into it right now?
Pure pain. I got to watch him come up and eat it, clear as day. He had a T-boned and we got right over the top of him and he was just sitting there. I didn't want him to eat it for too long, so just yammed him and took it right out of its mouth. So
You've had the roughest YouTube debut of anybody.
I know, it's like if I know a video is going on YouTube, I'm gonna screw something up. Got it.
Oh, don't put this on him.
Hey, this was Max's rod. Dude, this might be a net situation.
Snag. Yeah. Double snag.
Double snag, baby.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to say something.
The way she goes lately.
Oh, look at that. I just bring it up. I need another set of hands.
Got it? Yeah, I got the log.
Hey, let's bump it.
Let's bump that some. Let's do anything.
World record.
The lighting's so bad right now.
That's a big one.
Now I smell like wet wood.
It's fucking so bad.
Alright, Max. That sucked. I need to turn back on the microscope and watch the screen.
Is this how the PMTT usually goes?
So
That's all right. We'll get the next one.
we will.
Shake her off.
Oh.
Shake her off.
He ate off moon.
Alright, just about where oh yep. Oh yeah. It's firing back up at me, I think. That's that twin fish, the upper 30s. Probably on the sucker now. He fired up and turned with me once. Oh, he's right on the sucker and nose to it. See him, he's right on it. I see his tail. I see his mouth. He's right on it. No, I don't think so. It's very similar though.
Yeah.
Oh.
He just rolled it.
Oh, sweet. That was cool.
Okay. Hey, Gus, just wait. Yep. Got her.
Nice.
Is that a boy?
Go right.
It's a good one.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he is. He's not coming up.
Yeah, boys. Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hell yeah.
Yeah, hooks too.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
That's a pretty one. Sweet. A little rusty on the old suckers.
Nah, you did good. It's all right. We were right over her. It should
Thing
have
is,
worked. But
I'm a guy that likes charity, so I like feeding them.
yeah, I mean, I've always kind of taken you as more of a giver than you know receiver. So
I'd love to take a picture with her, but I could tell she was hungry and wanted to freaking.
yeah.
This one, on the other hand, not so much.
Yeah. That was freaking cool to see it eat. That's what you love to see.
Climb up in here.
Watching them eat it. Face around like that is just so that's just insanely cool. Yeah, I got it on film and I already stopped it, so we good there.
No.
These are pretty fish.
3-bite day all of a sudden.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Another follow.
Well, the deal here is that we redeemed ourselves, and I think we got the other one of the double follow that Kyle and I had the other day out here. And this one ate a sucker at the boat again, just like the last one. So we got hooks this time, and she's pretty. Not super big, but just a nice Wisco greenie right here.
Smile, buddy. I'll pull still for you.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. What a beauty.
That's a beauty.
On your back. Oh, they don't take long. Hey, hell yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's a freaking mega boat.
This is way more formal than I was planning for this to be honest with you. So we're gonna keep it short and sweet. I want to touch on a couple housekeeping items here real quick for everybody. The first one being Buckatabon Lodge did a great job in terms of giving us this awesome place to stay and hang out and everything. So let's be sure as we're fishing throughout the week that we're tagging them in all of our stores in the Lighthouse Pub too. And then, does everybody have a GoPro? You guys do? Does anybody not have a GoPro in their boat? You guys don't? We'll get you one. And we'll teach you how to use it so we can run it kind of continuously so we get some of that catch footage on film. Any questions on the rules at this point? The rule sheet that was sent out. I think that's all I have on housekeeping items. The last thing and the most important thing is the reason we're all here is for this right here. The fishing is just the cherry on top, so let's be sure to have fun. Let's build that camaraderie. The first battle I did was in 2022 up in Bemidji. Alex invited me up there, and I have a ton of great friends in this room now because of that battle, and it's allowed me to grow my reach So hopefully you guys, some of the new faces we have here, whether that's Charlie and some of the other new faces, hopefully that'll allow you to grow your reach too. So we can draw lakes now.
Do you think you wanna talk about the teams here, Kyle? And then while we're on here, I know we wanted to talk about a Vegas odds going into the tournament, so we can kind of talk about
We got to loop
won
in
it.
our insider here, our Vegas insider here, and get him going.
Yeah, we need Brian in here.
Yeah, so what I did was I put the teams into a random list randomizer, and we'll just go down the order here. And the first one is Mr. Charlie Scott and the Vegas odds maker. Okay, this will be interesting because there may be a little conflict of interest with the Vegas odds makers on this team. We got a team that in my mind is a sleeper and may not have the advantage on the first day due to work scheduling conflicts. So we hear. So that'll be interesting how this plays out in the odds. We got Charlie Scott and Brian Eckel.
I don't know if Vegas can give odds on their own player. I might have to turn over to Gus or Max here for these odds.
Oh God, you really want that?
Let's hear it. I'll tell you if you're right or wrong, but let me hear it.
I mean, I think Charlie probably pops one or two before you get up there. And then, really it's anyone's guess after that happens. I mean, it's just a mental conundrum when you get in the boat. It could go one or two ways. I mean, either you guys just yap the entire time, and the next thing you know, you turn around and it's Saturday afternoon and you guys are wrapping up. Or, you do what you do and you pull a little rabbit out of your hat and decide to stick the biggest fish of the tournament throwing a spinnerbait or something. So, yeah, I mean,
I think it is the biggest boomer bust team big
Yeah.
time because in our boat we typically Brian is just a big fish magnet out of nowhere on
So is
some of the
Charlie.
more random baits. And yes, I was just gonna say Charlie is an absolute big fish magnet. So I'm just curious on what happens if you put 2 and 2 together. Is that
they
gonna
cancel
be
out or
do they cancel it out and then they just catch shorts, or topwater can only go so far in post turnover, so better hope for a good topwater bite. Max, what do you think? What do you think Vegas is gonna put him at?
I'm gonna go 11-1, kind of boomer bust
Jeez.
team.
Good with that.
Good value. I think if you're looking for a little bit better ROI on your money, good team that could go out there and definitely catch a few upper 40s. Like we were saying, I mean, they're two big fish magnets in the boat together. Like I mentioned, fishing with Brian, just you never know how it's gonna go. I mean, Charlie could end up netting the biggest fish he's ever seen in northern Wisconsin, or that net could be drier than all hell. So we'll see. All right, let's move on to the next squad.
So there's a crumpled up little piece of paper in there. Which one did you want?
It's open for the first one. Dykowski. Iverson.
Iverson? Okay. Okay, the next team we have here is Mr. Kyle Weeks. We're going to go with maybe a lesser known team. We are going to go with a couple of guys that I know fish rivers pretty heavily. We don't have any rivers as part of our lake family list this year, but we're going to go with Kyle Weeks and Adam Stark.
I don't have a lot of intel on these beauties, like Max said, but with them being primarily river guys, that's obviously not going to help. They don't have to deal with turnover. This is going to be a new world for them. Good luck up here.
Act like they've never fished a lake before.
18-1. 18-1. Sorry, guys.
I will say though, Kyle Weeks knows how to throw a glide bait, and it may just be that bite with these water temps. So don't rule them out. That could be one. You got an extra $5-10 laying around. You want to throw some money down, and
That's a value play for sure.
no doubt. What were you hoping for?
I don't really have a preference.
Load family for Mr. Kyle Weeks. The next one we have is Mr. Keys. You want me to do it for you? We're going to go with a big name. Big name here.
Big name.
Anybody who's followed musky fishing for a while and has watched musky content for years and years and years will probably recognize these names. These guys are the forefathers of musky content. Some may even say legends of the sport, and we're honored to have them take part in the battle this year. We got Mike Keys and Dave Brown.
Shout out.
Damn.
Wow. A little intimidating to dump the boat in right behind them, but, you gotta have confidence. I'm sure they will. I'm going to say Man, go 6-1. You know, sometimes all the gear can't help.
Wow.
I'm excited to see him.
Well said.
And I agree. I think Mike and Dave are they should be right up there towards the front in terms of odds. You know, they've been fishing the area for a while now. You know, Mike is well traveled. He knows how to adapt. He knows how to fight through tough conditions, and the tournament scene kind of plays right into his strengths in terms of gritting it out. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they perform. You have Dykowski.
Ooh. The Dykowski family. I'll show you the list later.
Yeah.
Ooh. He's the defending battle champ, by the way. Just so everybody knows who's number 1 on the hit list. We all knew. We all knew. Okay, where's Mr. Mike Conklin? Yeah. Come on up here, buddy. Let's go.
All right, we're going to go to the originator of the Musky battle and a man who is known for the glitch glide bait and the glitch pedigree, Mike Conklin and Jeff Contreras.
This is an intimidating team here. You know, these guys have been around the block for a little while now. We got one of the best glide bait makers in the industry on this team with Mike. And like you said, it might be that kind of bite. I know they're going to be throwing it. Is that all Mike's throwing? I think he said he's just throwing the pedigree.
Well, he's got a proto too. He's been working for a
Ooh.
minute that may come into play. So it's hard to judge the odds, you know, when you got new interesting bait dynamics like that thrown into the mix.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm going to put him at 8-1 plus 800 for those guys.
Oh, the other thing to keep in mind for the folks listening at home, you know, if you're looking for a spot to place your money, is I believe Mike Conklin is the only person that's attending this battle that has caught a fish in every single battle that he's taken part in.
That's
and Mike's been going for a number of years, so he's you know, long tenured. He's got the experience on his side. He's done it before. And it's just a matter of time before, instead of catching just one, he catches 5 or 6.
That's good intel there.
He's
Impressive.
He's kind of like the Kirk Cousins of the sport, right? He's going to play great. He's going to have a good season, but he just can't win the big one. We'll see if he can do it this year.
What was his odds? What are their odds again?
800.
Plus 800. Plus
Love
800.
it. Love it.
Which one did you want? Doesn't care. I don't know. Any one of them. What do you got? Iverson family. Sweet. I'll take it. Okay. Mr. Bryce Groves.
We touched on these guys already. Everybody's excited for this team. Obviously, a household favorite, if you will. We got Bryce Groves and Baylor Short, and they are the Tinner Boys, known as the Tinner Boys.
Yeah, this I already like these guys a lot. Never met them. I admire the grit. You know, they seem to love. They seem to, you know, really take the whole battle thing to heart here. I'm gonna put them at.
Keep this in mind, Brian. These are the boys that will close down the pub and start fishing at 10 a.m. 4 hours after we're all fishing.
I like them even more. I might go 5-1 here, plus 500. These guys seem like sticks.
I mean, they caught 2 last year.
They caught 2 doing this method last year.
Yeah.
Having continental breakfast, then going out fishing, and they caught 2.
Is that boat big enough for 3?
Yeah, it should be interesting to see if the Tinner Boys end up leaving or docked all weekend and put a herd on them up on Upper and Lower Bucky.
So we've got 2 Iversons and 2 Dykowskis going. You got Iverson? We have 3 Iversons gone. Trevor Cease.
We have a team here that is a couple. They participated last year. I don't believe Lauren caught a fish, but I know Trevor caught 2. One on the first day and then one on, I believe it was the last day. They struggled during the unfavorable weather day. Trevor spends a lot of time on the water, whether that's in northern Wisconsin or out on Green Bay. He knows his stuff. And I believe they finished second. I can't remember if I said that or not. But we got Trevor and Lauren Cease here. What are the odds on this team?
I like this team a lot. You know, Trevor's a great fisherman. I don't know a ton about Lauren, but I'm sure she kind of directs him on where to go when they fish together. I'm sure that's why Trevor's caught some of the fish he has. Therefore, they're a great team, and put them at 9-1.
Yeah, the interesting thing is I know Trevor knows the area well, Lauren knows the area well up here. And but this whole random draw lake family could put them in a position where they've got water they've never touched before. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out.
You want Iverson?
Let's see if I can pick the last Iverson. As long as it's not Loge, you know.
Loge. It's tough. That's all right. You'll figure it out. We got confidence in you. So we have Mr. Bob Parteka. Come on down.
Okay, so now we're gonna take a look here at Team Tackle Industries. Shout out Tackle Industries, and we got head of sales
Shout out.
Dan Scriber, and Bob Parteka. Bob, he's just an absolute hammer in the boat. So what kind of odds does Vegas have on this team here?
Very good team here. They're gonna have all the gear in the world. Make sure you guys check out Tackle Industries. Man, it's a tough one. I'm gonna put them. What are their results in the past? Is this their first or is this?
Last year's Wisconsin battle was their first time, and I believe I'd have to go back and double check. I should actually know this, considering I'm putting some of this on this year. I believe they took third, if I recall.
Okay,
So
that helps. Yeah,
fish on the board.
I'll go 7-1 on these guys. 700 plus 700. Good odds.
I think that's right in the sweet spot. Bob knows his stuff, and Dan's a good stick too. Dan's been on a few Keys Outdoors episodes over the years. Shout out Dan.
We're running out of. Which one do you want?
I've never been on any of these, so I'm excited to fish anywhere, quite frankly.
Iverson. That's the last Iverson.
All right, we got her.
Oh boy. The Minnesota boys are going to be sad. Oh, we're up. Hey, Eggenberger. We're up. You're up? Yeah, no, you come up here. Let's go.
This is the only team with 3 individuals. So this may give this team an advantage if the sucker bites hot, because each angler can have a sucker rod down. So this could be the one boat with 3 rods. On the flip side, there's a lot more going on in the boat when you have 3 rods. We all know muskies do what they want to do, especially if they eat at the boat and decide to go crazy. So it'll be interesting to see how this team balances the dynamic in the boat. 2 of the people are a couple, and then the other one is just a mediocre Wisconsin angler that, struggles to edit YouTube videos, and quite honestly, Kyle taught him everything he knows. But we have Tyler Eggenberger, Kyle Fregis, and Victoria Fregis.
Wow. This is a tough team to evaluate here. Man, out of 3 anglers in the boat, it's already got to bump you up. But with Victoria being the only one capable of catching a big fish, I'm not really sure where to put you guys. But with 3, I mean, that's all I can think about. There's going to be a lot of baits in the water. Put you guys at 4-1. Wow.
Whoa, the favorite.
But there will be an asterisk if you guys do win. 3's a little crazy.
And
I noticed you didn't want to take on the other 3-headed monster across from me here, so I get it.
You got to keep in mind there's going to be a lot of complaining and a lot of non-casting coming from the back of that whole tournament from Kyle.
I'm gonna be babysitting those suckers, man. They're gonna take us to the promised land. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Victoria are going to be grinding, casting, showing Kyle how to use Suicks, and we're going to produce for this team. We're gonna bring this home.
There's the pep talk.
I think 4-1 odds. I don't like that. I like playing the underdog role personally. So this is it's kind of messing with my head already. I'm gonna need to, I don't know. I got to go check the ego outside or something here.
Yeah.
This is messing with me a little bit.
It's filling the Zoom screen a little bit much.
Yeah. Jeez, man. I hope my head fits through the lodge. If not, David and I'll be outside.
Which one do you want? They're all gone.
I got it open, but I sure can't read it.
Lowish?
Lowish?
Yep, we got Lowish. That's the one we didn't want.
That's the one we didn't want.
Good.
It's all right. Now we got one of you 2, Gus.
This team is a team that has a little bit of storied success, one might say. They've been through the ringer. They've seen the country. They've caught muskies in many states. And they're actually, in 2023, were the PMTT Team of the Year. And
shout out.
Runner-up in
Shout out.
2024. Shout out, PMTT. We got the Manti boys. We got Gus and Max Manti. No Rich, just Gus and Max.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of odds do we got on just the Manti boys?
This is a tough one for me to evaluate. There's a lot of factors involved here. Gus has been MIA in the Northwoods, down in Green Bay. He probably wanted to move there. I didn't know if we'd see him this weekend, but he's back, lacking on his game a little bit. Max is undergoing back problems. He's addicted to Minnesota fish now. Did he forget how to fish in the Northwoods? This is a tough one here. They do have storied success, but they haven't competed against the anglers that we're going to be seeing this weekend. This is going to be a value play, a lot of risk reward. They're both both, you know, questionable. Wait till the injury report comes out. 15-1 here.
Damn.
Oh my God.
No respect.
Go to the house.
It's hard to argue with those odds. It really is. I mean, especially
Oh,
because
Did I nail that?
Right, right.
especially because I believe Max is the only person on the injury report heading into this battle. We'll
I'll
get
put
into
myself
it as
on
we get
there.
closer. So, check the waiver wire and all that stuff as we get closer to this. But I believe Max is the only person on the injury report heading into the battle.
Yeah. Designated as questionable, but most likely he's going to suit up both days. I know one of them's gone, but I'm fine with one of whatever's left.
Dykowski. Yeah, boy, we won't see you out there. Good luck.
Thanks.
Kayla.
We got another couple here. There's a few couples here. It's nice to see female anglers participating in the battle. We'd love to see that. We have Levi and Kayla Leitonen. And these two, I believe, spent some time on rivers, similar to the Kyle Weeks and Adam Stark team. They also spent some time out on the bay. I know Kayla's participated in the women's retreat that Jesse Baker puts on Pipestone Lake in the past. So she's seen some fish. She's caught some fish, and I know Levi has too. What kind of odds do we have on this team here?
Yeah, I think Kayla caught a giant earlier this year. You know, she shook the rust off this year. She's prepared to do it again. I'm gonna put them at 8-1.
Wow, nice.
Good team.
Hey, no.
Which one you want? It didn't matter, right?
I think I wanted Iverson, but we'll probably do this one. Dykowski. Mm-hmm.
David.
So who fished with David Dykowski last year? He's the previous winner, so he might have.
It was one of David's buddies from back home, Chad Newton.
Chad. Okay, so
Yep.
is Chad going to be here this year?
Chad won't be. So David is the defending champ, and he's only half a team from the team that won it last year. So his buddy Nick, I think you say it Kozinski. I haven't met Nick yet. They're pairing up, and David knows Wisconsin pretty well. He's from the UP, so he kind of knows the general area pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in terms of odds, I don't know. Maybe Eckel can give us odds on these guys, but
it's tough to win back to back. I don't like his chances this year.
Out.
yeah, I'm just worried. You guys know David a little bit. I hope his head fits through the door when he comes into the lodge for the first time this year.
Seriously.
I mean, defending champ. I'll put him at plus 1,000. Yeah, he's a good stick, but there's a lot of teams in this.
I thought it was only going to be a couple hundred, but all right, plus 1,000. David and Nick.
I feel bad for anybody else that draws the same names. Oh, I feel bad for anybody else that drew Dykowski because I'll be right there with you.
And last but not least, and this wasn't intentional, and you guys know last. Come here, Alex.
Here, but let's look at a couple of guys that I think have a shot at 50s here this year. I've already come to mental grips with the fact that they'll get one. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself if they get two. So I'm a little worried, but we got Alex McLean and Tyler Schlabs, the Bemidji boys. If you guys follow them on Instagram, they just absolutely crush giants in northern Minnesota. What kind of odds we got on them, Brian?
I'm a little intimidated by these guys. I think they do have a little ego coming in here. They're known as the big fish catchers, but this is a different type of fishing. I'm gonna put them a little bit above David's odds. I'll go 9-1 on them plus 900. We'll see. The ego might slap them in the face when they get on these waters. This isn't, it's not easy out here.
Well, they're either gonna win it all or the ego's gonna get them.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, and as some of us who fish both Minnesota fish and Wisconsin fish know, like they're different animals. Like they act very different. So it'll be interesting to see if those two can adapt.
So Alex kept the battle alive when Jeff walked away. And that's the very last one. It's not the one you wanted.
Sorry. I can't.
That's it. Those are the legs. Awesome. We'll wrap this up. Everybody have some fun and get to fishing. Okay, so give her, can you feel her on there? Yeah. Black line now, down, snap. Got her. Reel. Reel this way. Keep her down, keep her down. Steer up, lift, 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 lift.
Dude, I couldn't move it. Yep. Not look good. Oh, no! No! Hey!